All right, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, July 24th, day 162. Gonna do 14.7, Whitecap, Haggis, the Hermitage. Should be a really exciting day today, so we'll see you guys down the trail. All right, this is where we're headed today. Whitecap Mountain is up 3 miles, 3,600 feet, and the west branch of the Pleasant River is 14.3 miles. That'll be the end of our day. So, 3,600 feet and 3 miles is going to be one heck of a climb this morning, so let's get started. We'll see you down the trail. Whitecap Mountains 1.4, Sydney Tappan Campsite 5.4, Carl Neural Lean-To 7.2, and the west branch of the Pleasant River 12.4. So look at here. Here we are at the Logan Brook Lean-To. Very cool. All right, gonna stop, have a snack, and then continue up to the top of Whitecap. See you guys down the trail. All right, here's the viewpoint. Come up here. There's a bench to sit on. Dedicated to Ross Scrounger Mitchell. In 03 he did Georgia to Maine. 20 years, 15 years in this section he did. And supposedly you can see Katahdin from here. So that must be it. Oh no. I think that's it. There it is, Katahdin. Wow. I started this journey March 8th, 2023 to reach that mountain. And there she is, Mama Kay. Wow. It'll be 4 days I'll be on top of her. Something like that. Very cool. Alright, let me zoom. Idea how far away she is. Still that far. Here's the valley. Down below Whitecap. Very cool. Alright, let's get up this mountain. See you down the trail. Here's our view going up Whitecap Mountain. Sunny day. It's kind of hazy. I don't know if there's any smoke, but there's haze. But off in the distance, you can see her. It's hard if it's so hazy, but there's Mount Katahdin. We'll be there in 4 days. Sitting on top of her. That's the plan. All right, see you down the trail. Sorry. Here we are, coming along the side of Whitecap Mountain, working our way up. We got kind of a rock scrabble field here. This is often what you're walking in. Today, that's what it is. But we are about to get to the top of Whitecap. I'll show you when we get there. See you down the trail. Again, looking out to the east or southwest, I don't know. Whitecap Mountain, maybe the north. Sun's over there. Oh man, I don't know. We're winding away here on to the top of this mountain. All right, we'll see when you get there. See you down the trail. All right, there's the top of Whitecap Mountain, 3644. We've got 11 miles to the west branch of the Pleasant River. That's where we're heading. All right, see you down the trail. All right, we keep working our way towards west branch of the Pleasant River, 10.2 miles. Getting there today. All right, we'll see you down the trail. All right, I just passed West Peak. Not much of a view. I'm in a forest. Pretty much. All right, see you down the trail. All right, here's the Carl A. Newell shelter. Pretty nice looking site. Pick up your feet.
There's a damn good looking hiker in the shelter.
There is. Who's that guy? We don't know. All right, I'm gonna sit down here and have some lunch. It's a beautiful spot, a little cooler. The sun's out today, great day. All right, see you down the trail. And here we are at the Gulf Haggis Cutoff Trail. So you can go into the Gulf Haggis. It's supposed to be, it's like the Grand Canyon of Maine, but maybe pretty special. But I'm continuing on down the Appalachian Trail, heading towards the Pleasant River. All right, mosquitoes. See you down the trail. So these are the white pines in the Hermitage area. I've read, conflicting stories how old they are. 150, 200 years old. They're big, that's for sure. Apparently protected by the English originally. As a, let's see, status of me here. It's hard to do perspective, but as ship, tall ship mass, and in the state of, and in a hermit, protected them for a while, kept them from being logged, and in the state of Maine eventually stepped in and called it the Hermitage area after the hermit who had protected them after the English. So obviously, really old white pines. Pretty cool. Something you don't see every day. All right, let's get down this trail. All right, good evening, everybody. This is the end of day 162, Friday the 24th of July. Did 14.7 miles today from Logan Brook Road back to Katahdin Ironworks Road. Went over Whitecap, through the Haggis, went through the Hermitage, and saw, the white pines that were there. But I've seen bigger white pines in Michigan, but, it's a story. But so tomorrow we're off to Logan Brook Road again and heading towards Katahdin. So we look to do a couple 25s, and then 4 into Baxter and 9 into Katahdin Stream or the Birches and up Katahdin. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So hope everybody has a good day. We'll see you down the trail.